back to Vlogmas and welcome to my little Christmas corner of the internet. It's lovely to have you here. It's a bit of a dull day here today in Wales. We're having a bit of a cold spell. I think I mentioned it to you in my knitting podcast over the weekend, my impromptu podcast. And yeah, we're having a bit of a cold spell. I just thought I'd work on my crochet blanket while I'm talking to you. But yeah, we're having a bit of a cold spell, and apparently they're forecasting a polar blast from the North Pole, and we're going to get minus temperatures this next couple of weeks. So it's going to be cold. It's going to be freezing in the daytime, and then minus something at night. So it's got me with my winter woolies on, trying to keep warm. But I'm in the kitchen again in front of the log burner. This seems to be where I stay at the moment. Sat in front of the log burner, keeping warm. I'm going out soon to the shops. I'm going to go and get me turkey. And oh, I'm wrapped up in my wool. Just a sec. I'm going out in a bit to the shops to go and get me turkey and put it in the freezer, ready for the winter, ready for Christmas, because they're forecasting turkey shortages this year. So I thought I'd try and get a head start. So welcome back to Vlogmas, and today we are on day 6. So it's marching by, isn't it, December? We're already on day 6. I'm getting a bit warm. I've just lit the fire, and I thought to put the fire on, get the house warm, and then go out. But yeah, I'm not sure it'll stay going while I'm out. I'm going to shovel out. I'm going to have to take this off. Getting a bit hot. I'm not sure it'll stay hot while I'm out. But that's why I'm starting to cook. So I don't look very Christmassy, do I? Sorry. I was going to put my Christmas jumper on, my Birkin jumper, but I'm feeling too warm at the moment, sat in front of the log burner. So, but I thought you might like to see something nice and homely to come into if you're cold and on your way home from work or on your way to work or something. It might be nice just to see a little bit of home comfort. But yeah, I thought I'd sit and have a little go on my Attic 24 blanket before I go out, and then pop out to the shops. So how are you all doing today? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all enjoying all of Vlogmas that's about on the internet at the moment, and that you've been enjoying my videos. I've really enjoyed doing them. It's been really nice. I've been working on this blanket over the weekend, trying to get it done, my Attic 24 blanket. I'm really loving it. I'm loving the colours. It's coming on really well now. I'm nearly halfway. If I finish this pile of yarn that's at the side of me that you saw in my clip at the beginning, I'll be up to row 41, I think, or 45. So yeah, I still haven't decided who to give the scarf to. So yeah, I might put it in one of those random generator things and do a number and see what number comes out, and put the name to a number, because I've got a few different people I'm thinking it'd be nice to give it to, but I can't make my mind up. Anyway, you haven't come here to hear me ramble, have you? You've come here to see my advent calendar. And it's going really well at the moment. I'm going to, after I've done, now we've done day 5 yesterday, I thought what I'd do was I'll skein it off now. Because it's getting a bit long, and it's taking up a lot of space on my bobbin. So yeah, I have got another bobbin, but I just thought that if I skein it off now, day 5, and then, hold on, where are we? Yeah, day 5, there's about 6 spins on there, so I should get 4 skeins of yarn if I do it in that kind of 6s. It's 24 days, isn't there? So yeah, I'll get 4 skeins of yarn out of it if I do it every 6 days. So I'm going to skein it off after day 5. So I'm going to ply it today when I get back from the shops. and I'll pop that video in tomorrow's footage for you so you can have a little look at me plying the yarn and skeins it off. So that'll be fun. But as I say, I've got to pop out to the shops today, so this is just a quick catch up with you and show you my advent calendar, do a book review, and then I'm going to scoot off. And if I see anything Christmassy and interesting while I'm out in the shops, I'll pop it in the video for you. So I better put this down, hadn't I, because otherwise I'll just end up waffling and crocheting at the same time and we'll never get to look at anything. So I've been enjoying making my gingerbread houses. They're going to be nice for the Christmas tree. Right, so let's stop there. I'm up to the tomato colour now. What it is with this blanket is I was knitting I was crocheting the granny square one, and I just wasn't loving what I was doing. So a friend in church gave me the pattern for this striped one. I think it's called the Aria blanket or something, and I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. It's addictive and it's such an easy pattern. It's only a triple crochet, and it's just 2 rows of triple crochet, and then I won't tell you the pattern, but yeah, it's dead easy, really easy. So it's one of them things you can sit down and do when you're feeling tired. I'm wrapped up in my wool again, excuse me. Right, okay, so what you've come here for today is spinning and a book review. So behind me I have my advent calendar for day 6, and to any of you who don't know, what I've done this year is I've done some baubles, and I'll show you the baubles, that one of the empty ones, just a sec. And oh, stuff on the floor. I've got these baubles and they're empty, and I got them, some in the works and some in the pound shop. There's 3 for £1 in the pound shop, and you could fill them with sweets or anything else that you want to fill them with. And I've been filling them with fibre for spinning, and I've done 24 of them, and we've got a little Christmas tree behind here, and we have a look at the tree every day and see which bauble we're going to pick off. So this is the bauble that we've got. Put my jacket back on, it's gone a bit cool now, the heat's gone out the door. But it warms the rest of the house up, so it's worth it. Right, this is our box behind us. Excuse me for being all over the place today. I didn't intend on doing a podcast before I went out, but I thought I would, a Vlogmas. So this is my box. We've got Christmas paper on, it's just a shoe box. And it's full of random bags. And they're all my add-ins, and they're like sequins and beads and locks and bits of thread, and anything I can find that's random just goes in the bag, just went in the bag. And if you have a look back at one of the pre-Vlogmas videos, I showed you me preparing all the bags and getting them ready, and getting the baubles ready. So I'm not sure which one that was. I think it was the 3rd pre-Vlogmas. So maybe go back and check that out. But this is day 6. Now I've already opened the bauble, so you've already seen that. And this is the fibre we've got for today. This lovely yummy orange, then there's blue with sparkly bits, and then there's this blue, and there's red, and it just looks really Christmassy and a bit of random that I found. So yeah, it just looks really Christmassy. So that's the fibre. And then we've got bells again. Every day there's bells going in. And they're only diddy ones, don't know whether you can see them in my hand, but they are at the beginning of the video. I did show properly what we had. And these are the add-ins. So we've got sequins, we've got nice coloured locks, we've got bits of threads, bits of knitting wool. Yeah, so we've just got some nice random bits. There's some hand spun yarn. So that's that. And then to that I'm adding get that back in the bag so I don't lose anything. Then to that I'm adding green. I'm just doing 4 grams of green in between the colours just to random it up a bit. And then I'm allowing myself any of these add-ins, or all of them if I want to, just to add a bit of bling. So we've got some sparkle, which I'm adding with beads too. We've got some pink sequin. I like this one. This is really fun. It's got like little bits of paper attached to it, spun into it. I haven't spun this. I bought it. It was a cedar, I think. And then this lovely cerise pink mohair. I've got this, and I'm just cutting off 30 centimetres of threads every time I go, and there's about 10 different ones in each length. So they're going in as well. Whether you can see if I separate them out a bit. There we go. And there's a bit of silver and a bit of pink. I think that one's a cedar as well. It was a Reflections yarn from the early noughties. Never knitted with it. I mean, my life's too short to knit with something that thin. But there's a nice bit of random colour. There's a peach and a pink and a creamy colour, and yeah, it's just a nice random yarn. So that's that. So that's our yarn for today. So I've just got to set to and ply the bobbin off for yesterday, and because there was already a day's worth on the bobbin, so I'm leaving that on and counting that as the 6th. So yeah, so we've just got to spin this lot, and that will be the beginning of our next bobbin. So that's our yarn for today. Looking forward to spinning again today. I've been really enjoying spinning again. I've got my Ashford Joy out again after making that spinning wheel video the other day. And it's been really nice to get her out again and have a go. And would you like to see what I've spun on it? I've been spinning some Welsh Mountain. There you go. You can see that. It's a nice fine yarn. But when it's going to ply up, it's going to be roughly a double knit or a 4-ply once it's plied. Welsh Mountain. All I'm doing it is, I've got it here. I started doing it on my bliss wheel, but I've just done these backs on my drum carder. And I'm just spinning these. So I've got a bag full there. I had a lady wash them for me when I didn't have the facilities to wash them. And it smells lovely. But yeah, this is what I'm spinning on Joy at the moment. I started spinning them on Bliss, but I've found a new favourite wheel. I'm enjoying using my Ashford Joy. She just needs oiling, but I'm keeping her at the side of the chair here, at the side of the fire, so I can just get it out nice and easily and spin that. So that's what I'm working on there. Also in this bag I've got some Hebridean, just left from the felted rug that I made in the summer. So I'm going to spin that as well, but it needs carding first. There you go, that's the Hebridean. Nice locks there, nice curly bits. So that'll make a nice yarn. So that's to go. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link up here somewhere for you for the felt rug I made in the washing machine. I'm sitting on it now, otherwise I'll show you it. So that's that. Let's have a think what else I wanted to do. Oh, my book review. I nearly forgot my book review. Thinking about going shopping. I'm a bit distracted today, sorry. But yeah, we're doing a natural dye book today, because I know a lot of you have been enjoying the natural dye things that I do, as well as the spinning things that I do. And I thought it was, and I know that you all enjoyed the natural dye book that I did last week. So I thought that I'd show you this one today. This is Craft of the Dyer. Now, it doesn't have pictures in it, unfortunately. Well, not that I know of anyway. Let me have a look. But this one's very dirty, very used. This one has been used a lot. It's a very useful book. As I say, there's no pictures. There's a picture at the back, and that's it. It's all words. Let me show you that. It's all words. But what it does have in it is it has an extremely large amount of information about natural dyes at the beginning. Now the book itself has, let me see, how many pages have we got in this book? Over 230 pages in the book, and there is 55 pages of preparing fibre and preparing cloth for dyeing, about mordants, about collecting in the wild, about the equipment that you'll need. It has everything in it that you need to start dyeing, and there's 54 pages of that information, that much information on that. So you can find out everything you need to know. Shows you how to skein your yarn for dyeing, how to do it if you haven't got a niddy noddy, which is an instrument. This one here is called a niddy noddy, and it's an instrument for skeining a yarn for dyeing, to skein a length of yarn. It tells you about the procedures for hand spun yarn, how to scour, bleaching wool, saddening and blooming the colour, testing the water to see what the acid content is with the litmus paper. So yeah, it's a very, 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 very good book. I can't remember what I paid for it now. I think it's an American book, and I think I paid about £8 or £9 for it at the time I bought it. Now it may well have gone up. There's another chapter in there called the dyeing procedure, and that's how to dye the yarn, the dyeing process, a weight of yarn, so how much dye stuff you need or mordant you need for dyeing the amount of yarn that you're dyeing, which is really useful. There's the table there. And then after that, once you've got through all of that, there is 82 pages of information there on how to natural dye yarn. Everything you will ever need to know on natural dyeing yarn. I sit and reread this book. I read it and then I reread it because it's such a fantastic book. I've learned such a lot from it. How to dye silk, mordanting silk, procedures for dyeing cloth. It's got everything. And then it's got a whole index of plants that you can use for dyeing. And in there it talks about how to choose the dye stuff, what to pick, when to pick it. And it also tells you the colours that you will achieve as well. It says about colour. The colour any plant yields in the dye bath is affected by a variety of climatic and botanical circumstances. Geographical region within which a plant grows determines how much sun and rain it will receive. The soil in which the plant grows is an important determination factor because the presence of certain minerals will show themselves in the resulting colour when the plant is used in the dye bath. Now that's a great piece of information, isn't it? So yeah, it's a great book. I highly recommend it. But it does also tell you about the plants as well, in alphabetical order, things that generally grow in the garden as well. The first one is an astilbe, then you've got acorn. It tells you the colour that you can get out of it. It tells you the plant parts with the astilbe. It says you use the whole plant. It talks about how to process the whole plant stuff for dyeing. It tells you the colour that you will obtain. It says yellow green with alum, gold with chrome, soft green with blue vitriol, and khaki with iron. It says fastness is excellent for all shades, but yellow green with alum may fade in strong sunlight. So it gives you an awful lot of information about each plant. It tells you if it's a weed. It tells you about all the different plants. There's amaranth, there's alder, there's chokeberry, clematis, dock, dogwood, fir, forsythia, iris, ivy, lupin, maple. I've tried a lot of these. There's a little section of mushrooms, just a little section there of mushrooms. But I do have another book recommendation that's a mushroom on liking dyers book, if you're interested in that. Let's have a look. Olives, onion skins, poplar, primrose, sorrel, and a lot more besides. Squash, the squash plant, sunflowers, walnuts, willow, zinnia. Also talks about energy saving procedures at the back as well. So yeah, it's a really, really good book. I've used it loads, absolutely loads. It's called The Craft of the Dyer. Highly recommend it if you're interested in learning natural dyes, because it's got everything that you will ever need to know in it to teach you how to dye naturally. So that is my book review for today. And I think that's it from me for today, because I need to get to the shops to buy my turkey. Hope you have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. I'm going to go and spin my yarn later on when I get back from the shops. And I will see you tomorrow for day 7. So have a lovely day. Have a lovely Christmassy, crafty, fluffy day, whatever it is you're working on. And I will see you tomorrow. So see you again. Bye for now. Bye bye.